Hello. Hello everyone. How is everyone doing? Took a break. And after the break I decided, well, what am I gonna do? It's Sunday, nothing to do. So I might as well play some Final Fantasy. Yeah, that seems about right. Alright, welcome everyone, back again. Sorry, but it's fucking really hot outside. Well, it's not hot, it's just the heaters are turned and it's getting really hot, so you know what, I should probably open the window. Give me a second. It's just, it could get a little bit loud outside, so I'll just say so. Anywho, we are continuing with a patch 5.4, I believe. So, let's go. Kryle's eyes light up at the sight of you. Oh, greetings! Come to look in on our friends. Rest assured everyone is quite well. I've been keeping close eyes on them and have satisfied myself that they are all in fine health. As a matter of fact, they're just about to convene and join them, shall we? Look at this man. Look at him.
Well, my friends, now that we have all settled back into our bodies, it is time we resumed our duties in earnest. Let us speak of our plans.
I will try to make it louder. Let's try to do that.
Ever since the Emperor's death, it's been one unsettling rumor after another. I have a mind to pay a visit to Garlemald to ascertain the truth of the matter.
Alright.
A prudent endeavor. 'Tis of the essence that we establish the full extent of the threat, not least if it should prove that Xenos doth indeed orchestrate events from the shadows. In light of which possibility, I shall accompany thee on thy mission. Be assured that thou shalt find me more a help than a hindrance. Thou requirest another to imbue thine ammunition, dost thou not?
Assuming that's settled, there's something I've been meaning to look into as well.
Oh, hi there.
Welcome back, everyone.
Hi, Lise.
Lise. You're fine now, right? No more headaches or keeling over?
That's right. We're fighting fit and raring to go.
Does she know about Graha?
The famous Lise Hext, former scion and hero of the Alamegan resistance.
I don't believe we've met.
Really? It's so easy to assume that all Archons are acquainted. But then I suppose your fields of expertise are rather different.
Grahatir, at your service. I have read much and more about your exploits, Commander. It is a pleasure to finally make your acquaintance.
Likewise. The others told me all about you.
Do not be so sure. Words scarcely do justice to the vital role he played in our victory in the first. A more dependable comrade one would be hard-pressed to find.
Oh, right. I did glance at the report. But I'd be lying if I said I understood half of it.
I'm surprised Lise was the first one to come.
Well, well, that's a lot to take in. Just to be clear, this means we're not heading for another calamity, does it?
I mean,
Shorn of their unsundered master's leadership, what Ascians remain shall struggle to see their plans to fruition. And though I would ever advise caution, I believe we may rest easy for a time.
I'll take that as a yes.
I mean, Xanos do work. Does do
Even
work.
So, I don't know what to make of this business about Hydaelyn and Zodiac being primals.
A difficult truth to bear, yes. But at last we understand the nature of our adversary. And if there are no further calamities, neither will there be rejoinings, meaning Zodiac will never regain his full strength. Even so, as the oldest and mightiest of primals, he remains a force to be feared.
Yeah, but we haven't seen him once that he did
Though
anything.
his is a power born of the desire for salvation, we have seen the havoc it may wreak. And it falls to us to ensure that it is never again brought to bear upon this star.
But tell us, Lise, to what do we owe the pleasure of your visit?
What do you mean? Isn't seeing my long-lost comrades reason enough? Alright, there was one other matter. I have a message from the Alliance, and before you ask, yes, it's about the Empire. So, after Emperor Varys' assassination, it seems his cousin Nerva made a bid for the throne.
And he was slaughtered.
The trouble is, he wasn't the only one with designs on it, and it didn't take long for a civil war to break out. And it's not just in the provinces. Early reports say huge swathes of the Imperial capital have been reduced to rubble. The Alliance will soon convene in Alamigo to decide on a course of action, and we were hoping you'd come along.
Well, as it happens, Urianger and I were just this moment planning a little trip to Garlemald. And we should be grateful for any advice the Alliance can provide on how best to make the most of our visit.
To Alamigo, then.
Alright.
Why don't you go on without me? There's something I need to look into.
Oh, forgive me. You were just telling us. What is it, if I may ask?
I want to find a way to cure the Tempered.
Of course. You think it may be possible to adapt the treatment you used to help those corrupted by the Sin Eaters?
I'm sorry, a cure for tempering? But that would change everything. Alizé, consider yourself uninvited. Go and find us this cure.
I'll do my best. I was hoping you might join me. Don't worry if not, though. I won't hold it against you if you'd rather attend a stuffy meeting.
Such a brat. What meeting?
I knew you'd say yes.
I'll come too, if you don't mind.
Of course I don't. Rache, don't even finish that sentence. You're always invited to every adventure I take.
Mind? I'm sure they would be glad of your company. Pray, enjoy your time together with your hero.
No. That's not... I mean, I simply thought my knowledge might be of some use.
We shall be on our way then. Godspeed.
Alright, so first of all, very nice. Extremely nice even. However, I think I found a way to fix the character's audio not being so good. If I pump the overall sound to 20, if I go to the system and I will reduce the BGM, the sound effects, system, performance as well. It bothers me, so it's gonna be 70. Come on, please. Yeah, alright. Alright, I think that's... Oh no, wait, guys, I did some stuff. I decided not to continue on Relic Weapon. It's just gonna take me months to actually farm all that shit. Like, it's yikes, it's a lot. Maybe music a little bit less. When I set out to save Halric, I think Gabu was always at the back of my mind, and having provided light corrupted are not lost, I'm convinced that the same must be true of the tempered. Similar to those corrupted by Sin Eaters, the ether of Gabu's soul has been rendered stagnant. And though the root cause is different, perhaps the solution is the same. It is by no means an unreasonable hypothesis, Alice, and it warrants full investigation. If there is even a chance we can save Gabu, we'll have to try, but however much I'd like to race over to Limst and set to work, there is no room for recklessness, not when a child's life is at stake. And I'm sure Beglag would remind us, we still know little and less about the soul, any numbers of things could go wrong if we don't exercise due caution. And so, before attempting anything, we should learn all we possibly can about tempering. There is just one problem. Research into the condition has long since ground to a halt, and combined work of many scholars doesn't exactly amount to wealth of knowledge. No, not on the modern scholars perhaps, but what of their ancient counterparts? I know the Elegants took a more than passing interest in the subject. And if what we seek is to be found anywhere, it will surely be at the Chemical Research Facility, where they experiment on primals and their worshippers, yes? Good thinking, I've never actually been there myself, but I did read reports on Azizla, which means we'll be needing an airship. An airship, you say? The tower build one. Meet me at the northern bank of Silvertail Lake. I've got a little surprise for you, and come prepared to travel. Give me new travel outfits, Taru. Yeah, I need to reduce music a bit. I'll pump it up for fights. I'm surprised they were in this room, like, I would have thought they would be in the main room. But I guess main room is a little bit occupied by a certain white-robed figure. Alright. Ooh. Interesting. What is this? Well, as you see, it cannot, you know, help all of us who travel. Tatar is going with us, ain't she? The Omnicrafter god Tatar just fucking created an airship. There I hope. I give you the Bonanza. Oh, the Science's very own airship. I built her as a company project with help from other friends at the Rising Stones, and named her for luck and prosperity. Yeah, she is an Omnicrafter. But this is amazing. We'll be able to fly about anywhere we want. Our garments were impressive enough, but to build an entire airship, I see the annals did not exaggerate the many talents of the science-fabled coinkeeper. I also introduced myself as your pilot, except the training didn't go as well as I hoped, but that's alright because we have hired this capable fellow here instead. Do I know you? The Bonanza is equipped with full complements of mana colors, by the way. Feel free to use them when the gate around Ezesla. But enough talk, it's time to fly. All aboard! I hate this place so much. Honestly, Steed would be jealous of the way that airship flies. Her has that done herself. Anyway, here we are. As this line, Alpha's report did not do the scale of this place justice. This appears to be Helix, which means we stand in the Alpha Quadrant. To the east lies the Beta and... Oh, you will certainly hear that. Give me a second. The blower is being used, so, you know, gotta close the window. Yes, I believe I have my bearings, though this is my first time in Azizla. I do have some familiarity with the place thanks to records in the Crystal Tower. Unless I'm mistaken, this path leads to Aetheroid, beyond which there will be an information terminal. I suggest we begin our search there. Hello. Ah, there is this. A moment while I searched the archives for a reference on tempering. Ah, there we are. Iconic corruption and overview. That sounds promising. Indeed, let us see what this report has to say. Confounded. The content appears to have been deleted. What? Is there something you can do? Not from here, I'm afraid, but it may be another copy of the reports exists elsewhere. The question is where to look. It says here that the report was written by someone named Owen. Is it like that he kept a copy? I would say that's a distinct possibility. He was a researcher after all. He will have headquarters on the Hemisphere. We can ascertain the details of the Hemisphere control. Let us return to Bonanza and avail ourselves of the mana cutters. We will need them to reach our destination. I forgot, you already have the suitable means of transport, don't you? No need to waste time accompanying us back to the ship then. We'll see you at the Hemisphere. I mean... Alright. Wait, that's Heaven's Word music? I cannot... Wait. One of Heaven's Word songs do give a freaking copyright strike. Not strike, the claim. So I do not want to use any of the Heaven's Word music if I can. It is absolutely amazing, but you know. I'm surprised that, like, they built this way before they built well, like, Shadowbringers at all. I think the idea of Shadowbringers wasn't even... maybe it was, I don't know. And still that there is a place like this one. I was on that island like once or twice just to see what's there and just flying around. And like they are actually making use of it, and that's exciting. If the late Owen did indeed have a chamber here, the note will be able to tell us its number. From what I recall of the layout, it should be somewhere in the vicinity of... An evacuation order is presently in effect. Entry to the hemisphere is not permitted at this time. In all likelihood, the order would have been imposed during the 4th Umbral Calamity, and I doubt it will be lifted in the near future. Energy level critical. Return to the base for recharging. Well, surely there must be some other way to gain access. Force, for example? Where we resort to that, I have an idea. Were we to send a surge of energy through yonder control mechanism, it should prompt the system to restart, releasing the locks. As for a suitable energy source, concentrated lightning shard might suffice. Happily, I seem to recall they are known to form at the points of stagnant ether through the continent. You seem to recall? Are you honestly telling me that that was all in records too? I am. A report sent to the capital mentioned lightning aspected ether prone to cooling on the continent, resulting in the surges that interfere with equipment. A minor detail, I grant you, but my role as a caretaker of the Crystal Tower, there was no such thing as too much elegant knowledge. Besides, my studies help me to feel connected to the source, the home. I must have explored this facility 1,000 times in my mind, but to finally stand here with the two of you, this is most exhilarating that I can well express. Now then, the lightning chart, if I may suggest to split up and search the better quadrant. Oh, but beware of the sprites, there won't manifest where ether is stagnant. Now you're just showing off. Which makes me think we should make a contest of this. The first to return here with a shark wins. What do you say? Very well. It would be my honor to come third. Kids. Gotta love music in this game. Wait. Oh, I guess I didn't need to fly around. My bad. Is it gonna be level 80 sprouts? Who would have guessed, eh? Oh, let's do that. Oopsie daisy. Bravo! That was quite a show adventure. Why, this spectacle proved so enthralling, all the faults of the prize slipped my mind. Is that the graffiti? I appear to have fortified our little race. Congratulations! The lightning shard is yours. What, no dramatic entrance? You have changed. Ah, you remember that? In my defense, I was caught up in the moment. Isn't every day meet an honest to good hero after all? Well, contest continues, so you had better hurry back. Oh, but one last thing. Thank you for bringing me here. Such a callback. It was even before the Crystal Tower raid actually started that we were collecting the stones. Many stuff. I think the stones, yeah. It appears Alice had no luck, so victory is yours. Congratulations. Now then, may I have the shard? What is it that makes you so much better at fighting things? What do you have that I don't? That is a question too I've asked myself on numerous occasions. I suspect we could learn both from a great deal from him, or her. And not only about the secrets of adventuring, but come, we should attend to our mission. Yep. I changed the volume of the mic, hopefully it will be better now. Excellent, the system responded exactly as intended. Now I have access to the Hemisphere. Only one obstacle remains, the security system within. Should they be triggered, they may make life rather difficult for us. In light of which, pray leave the rest to me. If I'm right, my royal blood should allow me to venture unmolested. Assuming this place works like Crystal Tower, yes, but if it doesn't, you'll be on your own. I want you to promise that you'll get out of the first sign of trouble. Promise. Wish me luck. They really should have mounts as well. Well, nothing for it, but it sits tight. I'm sure this Avan fellow was very learned, but icon corruption and overview sounds like a stadium thesis. Well, I had to write one. Lest you wonder, mine was about the combat applications of ether. I'm nothing if not practical. Often it was more philosophical, of course, political, dare I say it. It chose to write a lengthy disclosure on our nation's duty to the world. A controversial subject, to say the least. He asserted that Charlene's knowledge should rightfully be used to protect all life on the star, in direct opposition of the country's cherished policy of non-intervention. Being a leading member of the Forum, our father was not happy. At the time, of course, Alfred was utterly convinced of his views and would cheerfully argue to the death of anyone who saw things differently. By which I mean, the rows were long. To be fair to him, though he's since learned to be more open-minded, but deep down he still holds fast to the one belief. I admire him for it. I should have liked meeting the young Dolphinot. For what it's worth, my thesis concerning the elegant civilization is as depicted in folklore. Oh, you're back? I didn't know you attended the stadium. I didn't. A thesis was required to earn my Archon mark. My peers at the students of Baldician convinced me to write one with the promise of unflattering access to the forbidden tomes. Though I considered it more than a means to an end at the time, I'll admit I was gratifyingly to have my efforts acknowledged. Good gods, an Archon thesis. I shudder to imagine the work involved, but enough about that. Is this the fruit of our foray? Yes, on an archives note. It was waiting for me in his chamber. If a copy of his report still survives, it would be stored in this device. Shall we find out? User not found. To proceed as a guest, please complete biometric authentication. Verifying. Verifying obligation complete. Yes, identified as a member of the royal family. I'm at your most humble service, your highness. Never ceases to amuse me. 'Tis but a pity the effect will not last forever. Doga and Unei said as much as when they granted me this gift, but until such time as it fades, I shall use it gratefully. Search the archive for iconic corruption. One item found, iconic corruption, an overview. The report is logged by the author. Please state the password. Well, go on then, your highness. Tell the knights know its password. Let's see. Glory to the Alag. Long live Emperor Sand. Password incorrect. Please try again. Confound it. Come on now. Passwords are invariably short and simple, for instance. Password. Please let it work. The notion of the password could be something so insane. The notion that the password could be something so inane would be laughable were it not dangerously stupid. Furthermore, your conduct in the presence of His Highness is grossly inappropriate. Know your place, handmaiden. What did you just call me? Again, be warned that any further inappropriate behavior in the presence of His Highness will not be tolerated. Now, let's not be too hasty. A single misstep, we risk losing the report altogether. I believe this may be the task for Sid and his colleagues. If anyone can coax machine and cooperate, it is them. Come on, let us bear the note to the Rising Stones. Sid! We need Sid! Again. I should probably mention that I have yet to meet Sid since waking up. Rambors did send a word to the Iron Wars, but it appears our friend has been afield on the urgent business. Nevertheless, I assure you my personal proposal to seek his help is no pretext. However much I might look forward to seeing him again, him and everyone, but come, let us be on our way. Come, the sphere node. Look at him, all running. Still, we won't want to keep the waiting, shall we? Indeed we shall, I will say. Indeed we shall. I don't remember that Sid was in the same area as we were. I thought his ironworks were somewhere else. But, you know, no, the more you know. Wonderful news! A tower contacted Sid on our behalf, and he is on his way here as we speak. Oh wait, I should like very much to hear what transpired at the Alliance Council. Would you be so kind, Kyle? As you know, the meeting was convened to discuss how to best respond to recent events in Garlemald. According to the intelligence from our Dominant's allies, the War of Succession rages on and the Empire remains without a leader. I need to reduce the volume of music again. Amidst the chaos, the Imperial Legion in the provinces had begun to move independently of the motherland. Of greatest concern to us, the Third Legion, allied with Lord Nerva, it appeared to have received substantial financial backing from House Brutus. Brutus, aren't they the ones who took up in Yoshu and Asahi? Their bodies, well... Xenos movements, meanwhile, remain shrouded in mystery. We're hoping that Tancred and Reager will be able to shed some light on his activities when they return. Till such time as they do, the Allied leaders feel it would be unwise to interfere in the conflict, and so thanks to the party and the Imperial withdrawal from Gilmud, they had decided to turn their attention to the Primal program once more. Working with friendly factors among the beast tribes, they hope to reopen dialogue and explore new avenues for peace. During the time necessary, they wish to put all their representative houses in order ahead of the decisive clash with the Empire. Whatever the intent is, this is not a problem easily solved. The Lemnisans in particular struggle in their efforts, and Alphino and Rishtol have been called upon to aid them. So long as we're dealing with the Tempered, I'm afraid no amount of dialogue will await us. But if we can develop a treatment, then anything's possible, which is why I must succeed. On that note, why not make yourself comfortable in Dawn's Respite? I'll show Sid as soon as he arrives. Why are we in that room? That's a bad room. Okay. Hey Sid. Sid. Forgive us for not coming to see you sooner, my friend. As you may have heard, we're hands full. In our defense, you are up rather early. I was under the impression you'd be slumbering a while longer. Oh, it would have been. Have you not fulfilled your promise? I'm still struggling with that idea. From where I stand, the secrets of traversing time and space seem exactly as formidable as they ever did. But if an alternate version of myself has already laid them bare, I dare say that gives me up to consider on other endeavors. Speaking of which, you wanted my help with something, what was it? Well, a treatment for champering. And for your next step, you will need to find the password to this elegant report. Just so, with a nary clue to guide us, we could be here forever and still not guess correctly, and thus return for you. Well, I'd love to say that I can help you, so I will. Once suitably configured, the Magitech terminal should make short work of identifying the password. I knew I could rely on you. Now, anticipating that it might be of use, I took the liberty of pouring tombstones from Ramborers. It contains an elegant dictionary. Good thinking. I'll transfer the information to the terminal and set it to work right away. Tataru, build me a fucking laboratory. Cookies! Looks like it's finished. Let's see. freedom. The password is freedom. Short and simple, just as I said. Would you care to do the honors, Your Highness? I would, my lady. That is a fitting password. All things considered. Node, open the report entitled Iconic Corruption, an Overview. Password freedom. Accept it. Opening the report. This report seeks to prove an overview of the mechanism by which icons corrupt and bind men to their will. The phenomenon we'll call corruption refers to alteration of the ether of the soul. Said ether originally existed in equilibrium, no one element being more prominent than another. But when the subject is exposed to ether on the icon, it changes, their soul taking on the properties of the entity in question. By the way, of the example, exposing the ether of the fiend Sephiroth would cause the subject ether to become aligned with the element of earth. As a consequence, the subject would attain heightened affinity with earth-aspected magics, as well as paternal levels of endurance. Repeated exposure would further enhance these traits, ultimately altering the subject's very flesh. Yikes. Okay. The changes undone by the subject are not solely attributed to the elemental alignment, however. Further testing has determined that the subject's soul become umbrally changed or stagnant during the process. The stagnation of the soul has the effect of diluting the sense of self, rendering the subject vulnerable to the will of the icon, the thoughts of whom come to consume their entire existence. In this manner, do the corrupt become worshippers of the icon, their prayers serving to further empower the entity. Having discerned that the mechanism of the icon corruption, my colleagues and I set out to develop a material capable of shielding one from its effects, an endeavor in which we were successful, albeit at a great cost. In the course of testing, many of my assistants, good men and women, all fell victim to corruption, and in accordance with protocol, they were summarily put to death. I subsequently submitted a proposal to investigate the potential curves for corruption, but it was rejected, deemed nonsensical by Lord Ammon. Though I knew it would be fruitless, I protested the decision. For my impertinence, I shall be stripped of rank and title, and shortly be expelled from this facility. In all likelihood, this report will be expunged from the archives. Nonetheless, I record that in hope that one day, someone will undertake to do what I, which could not, and find a cure for the victims of icon corruption. So they did find the material to stop the corruption. So not even elegants were able to find the cure, or rather were not given the chance to do so. One can't help but wonder what motivated Lord Ammon's decision. More importantly, this confirms the stagnation of the soul is indeed the problem, and Angelo can remedy that. True, yet there was simply to reanimate the tempered soul if period would do naught but diminish the individual fanatical faith. Indeed, it may intensify it. No, we would somehow need to suppress the primal hold over the subject at the same time, or at least them ever remain in its role. If we could only make them remember who they were. But, of course, memory transference. The process has the effect of complementing memories, separating them into manageable bundles, if you will. By adapting the technique, it may be possible to achieve selective reanimation, that is, limit the effects only those memories that existed prior to tempering. Through thus restoring the sense of self, we could theoretically drown out the false faith that come to dominate the individual's thoughts. I see. The theory seems sound, and our experience with written light corrupted would help us to identify suitable memories for reanimation. But are you confident you can adapt memory transference as required? I seem to recall your attempt to do so while trying to bring us home culminated in literal bloodletting. They did, you're right. Despite my best efforts, I could not recreate the mechanisms, and I can see that the rather clumsy compromise I reached would not provide the basis for the cure. Then it's better we consider another approach. Your doubts are understandable, but at this time I believe we have a reason to be confident. You see, nodes such as this were built with the ability to simulate magics. Which leads me to believe that it may be capable of performing simulations of the transference technique. If so, we would be able to conduct years worth of tests within a space of a few days. In theory, it would be no different from how we identify the password, but it would be more calculating power, a lot more. I honestly couldn't say whenever our equipment would be up to the task. Tell me, sir, why do you suppose Owen locked his report behind a password? To keep it from prying eyes, of course, why else? Wait, a password that could be guessed by anyone with a leisure and dictionary that wouldn't keep it from a person minded to look? No, he wanted his report to be seen by those who strive for freedom. Not unlike the members of the certain distinguished engineer collective. I believe their motto was freedom through technology or some such. You two, round us up as many Magitech terminals as you can find and bring them to the workshop. Right away, Chief. Things are about to be very busy, eh? Lucky we have you to help, eh? Right, while Gravity and I configure the terminals, I want to rescue you to procure supplies, namely ceramic to fuel the terminals and ice shards to keep them cool. The more we have the both, the better. Leave the ice shards to me, I'll ride on some adventurers to go on a gathering spree. In that case, I'll try a Mirua analysis with the ceruleum. Here's a promissory note for each of you. Take them to the Sky Steel manufacturer in Ishgard and the Solarium processing plant in Thanalan. The people there will give you what we need. Yours is well-known face in the Holy See, I believe. If it's all the same to you, I'll head to Thanalan. Oh no! It's a specific Guardian music. I don't know which one it is, but well, I guess I'll figure out today after this is uploaded. Nice. Hey bud, you stand in the Steel Sky Manufactory. What is you require? What is it you require? So you're at the Silverium. In case, please present the note to our engineer at the airship landing. he shall be glad to assist you. Alright. I guess it doesn't matter from which barrels do I go. I do like each card. But I guess I like the Crystarium now way more. Yeah, I think that might be faster. Oh, we'll see. Wait, why the oh. Sorry, I'm dumb. I should have just teleported. I don't know why I'm running. I am so used to running at this point. I'm just like, yeah, time to run. Athenianium Astrologicum. Hello. Cerulean, you've come to the right man. Fair warning though, the price has shot up out of uncertainty with the Empire, so I hope you got that coin. I don't need coin where I going. Well now, a promissory note from the Ironworks. Don't see many of these. Not a problem. That's as good as gold to me. Ironwork is big in this world at this point. Yeah, I need the fuel. Oh no shit! 101 leader as well.
My friend! After the disappointment of not seeing you in Alamigo, what good fortune to chance upon you here of all places. As you may have heard, the Allied nations are making a renewed effort to address the primal problem. To that end, have I invited the chieftain of the Vanu to Ishgard, that we might together plot a course.
I know him very well.
Since the war with the Empire appears to be nearing its conclusion, I would also like to call upon Estinian's lance. Alas, he is, as ever, a difficult man to find. I am informed he recently paid a visit to the Rising Stones. Should he happen to do so again, be sure to pass on my regards, won't you? But tell me, what business brings you to our fair city this day?
I came for a fuel. To decode something.
A cure for tempering. You never cease to amaze me. Until now, our only hope has been prevention, our every failure irrevocable. But this would rewrite the rules of engagement. It could end the cycle of bloodshed. Very well. You shall have all the ceruleum we can provide, and an airship with which to transport it.
Give it all.
In this matter, you may count on Ishgard's full support.
I do like how the city states like, oh, that's your cause, then take it all. Although, if I'm being real, I think the Americ's voice changed. I'm not sure. Oops, easy. Sorry about that. What have you built, Sid? Alright. Is Alice tired or something?
Who would have thought ceruleum weighed so much?
Ah, alright.
Serves me right for being stubborn, I suppose. I should have just done what you did and accepted help.
Good work, you two. This is all we asked for and more. Quite a lot more now that I look at it.
Yeah.
Lord Emmerich, eh? And entirely by chance. Ha! Some people have all the luck.
We have also succeeded in configuring the terminals, thanks in no small part to our able assistant.
The cryo? Ah. The cryo, of course.
It's been a while, hero. You seem surprised to see me. Lest you misunderstand, I've no interest in such things as cures for tempering. But if you mean to achieve that which eluded even the storied Allagans, it seemed plain that you would require my expertise. And so it proved. Is that not right, Garland?
Ask Jessie. She was the one who hired you. All I know is you're an employee of the Ironworks now, so you'll bloody well earn your keep.
That wasn't the only reason I agreed to cooperate. I'm reliably informed that Garland and I are destined to unravel the secrets of travel not only across dimensions, but through time. Doubtless the lion's share of the credit lies with me. 9 parts to Garland's 1. And this research will be a stepping stone to that illustrious achievement.
Very well then. I'll do 1/10 of the work. Just the part that's beyond you.
Whatever you say, Garland.
By the way, the healing applications of crystal foci proved very useful in getting us to where we are now. I must remember to thank Mikoto.
I do not remember who that was, unfortunately.
Right.
Too many.
If everyone's ready, let's begin. All appears to be in order. Now, we just have to wait for it to find us our magic. Why not take this opportunity to put your feet up? This may take a while.
Oh, they do look cute together.
Damn it. It's overloading.
Chief! She won't last much longer!
We'll have to shut it down.
Wait! We're close! So very close!
Oh!
Wedge! Hide, Wedge!
Well,
Oh,
this
big.
is going swimmingly.
Please, a moment longer. I beg you. There!
I hope Grach remembered what he just read.
I was able to memorize the magic before it faded. It still needs to be put to the proof, but I believe we have our cure.
Of course he memorized it.
It's just as well. She'll never run again.
Oh,
The fault is mine. I'm sorry.
Don't be. It may fall short of dimension hopping, but a cure for tempering is not to be sniffed at. This, my friend, is a world-changing discovery. One we're proud to have had a hand in. A few Magitech terminals are a pittance to pay.
Thank you.
Well, we've done what we can. The rest is up to you.
Well, I mean... we have a beastman that we can experiment with. As at long last we have our cure. In theory, at any rate, we cannot be certain until such time as we put it to the proof, but I'm quite confident. Well, if we're to test it on someone, I suggest Bagu. His symptoms are relatively mild. I'm sure it should be fine. It should be fine. Yes, as long as we exercise due caution, it will be fine. But without further ado, let us make for Limsa. We've kept Bagu waiting long enough. Yeah, we're not gonna inform the captain. I think that was her title, I'm not sure. Run! Get out of Limsa before we get into RP. Yeah, we're going to the captain. And Limsa is such a great place, like, it's truly looking good. Really, it really does so. I should have TP'd there. It just slips my mind that I can just TP here. Nope, that's alright. Well, this is the moment of truth. I'll have our host bring Gabu to us at once. Is that Admiral, not Captain? Is Admiral here?
Apologies for the wait.
Gabu, have you been good?
Still no change, I'm afraid. He just stands there in silence until we move him.
It's all right now. We're going to help you get better.
Oh, hey.
Fancy meeting you here.
Alphino Yushtola! I thought you were attending to primal matters.
We were, and came here for a meeting on the subject. Certain pirate factions did not deign to attend, however, and it was cancelled.
We had resigned ourselves to having wasted a journey when we chanced to espy you. Could it be that there has been progress with the treatment?
We're about to find out.
Using Magitech terminals to formulate the solution. I would never have contemplated such an approach.
So this new magic, adapted from memory transference, would be used to purge the subject of their fanatical faith, while Angelo would be responsible for reanimating the ether of their soul. Yet I wonder at the practicalities. If one were to reanimate the soul first, it would only serve to exacerbate the tempering. Conversely, a stagnant soul would not respond to the effects of the magic.
Yes, so we do it.
Would both need to be performed simultaneously?
Ah, nothing escapes Master Matoya's inquiring eye. As you say, both must be carried out simultaneously. And thus, I propose to imbue Angelo with the tempering treatment in much the same manner as I did the spirit vessels.
He should really call her Stoll at this point.
By doing so, we also spare Graha the trouble of casting spell after spell. It's really rather efficient.
Be that as it may, certain difficulties are unavoidable. The imbuing process will still require no small amount of ether. And, as I can no longer draw upon the Crystal Tower's stores of energy, I will be compelled to rely on those of others.
Well, I for one would be glad to assist.
As would I. Since the resumption of our duties, it has been naught but stuffy meetings, and I have ample ether to spare.
Excellent. With your permission then, let us begin. Yes, this will do.
I also could have shared at this point, like I might have as well.
And now, it's my turn. Tis done.
I see the
No
poor
small amount indeed.
the soldier just standing there, just like what am I looking at? What the hell is this?
Well, we seek to go where even the Allegans did not. It was never like to be easy. The rest is up to you, Alize. The treatment itself will take time and focus, so we will need a quiet room. I'm sure our hosts can spare one. I will go with her. It may be a while before we return, so I would ask for your patience and your faith.
Oh, poor soldier.
We'll bring Gabu back. You see if we don't.
'Twould seem our part is played. Let us find a place to recuperate while we wait for news.
Let's go to the bar. For a cup of tea. Of course. What else? Well, this seems to be as good spot as any to have a rest. There's no benches here, Alfie. Alright.
For years, Eorzea has labored to find a solution to the primal problem. without success. Any hope that tempering could be reversed faded long ago. I myself had given it up as impossible. Given up on the tempered and the light-corrupted alike. They were problems to be tolerated, or else eliminated, I believed. And to think otherwise was pure naivety. Childishness, even. But Alize refused to give up. She struggled and she struggled. And her efforts were rewarded with a way to bring back Halric. And now countless others may no longer be beyond salvation.
Couldn't we bring the grandfather? The... Oh my god, I haven't thought of him so long. What was his name? Oh my god, come on. I don't remember what's the grandfather's name. So sorry, but I mean, I don't know.
However much we bicker, I have the greatest respect for my sister. Had I half her stubbornness, nay, her unwillingness to accept the status quo, I would be a far better person. A far better scion.
Oh. Well, she admires it too.
She told you of my graduation thesis. How very embarrassing. Nonetheless, it is comforting and not a little surprising to hear that I'm still capable of impressing my sister. On the rare occasions I'm not annoying her, that is.
Too much?
Alize, are you all right?
The treatment. Did it work?
Oh, I'm so glad to see you all. Delighted, happy, glad.
Gaboo!
Louis Wa, that was his. That was the granddad. Of course.
All this time, my mind was filled with thoughts of Great Father Titan. But I never forgot about Mother and Father. Always, they were in my heart. Constantly, ever, always. So I tried to focus on their faces. Theirs and yours. Alize's and everyone's. And I found that I could remember. One thing, then another, and another.
I mean, it's great that we found the treatment, but like, the amount of work it took on Alice, like, it's not a treatment. Oh, like 20 people are like, it will, you know, it's a hard work to even save one. And that was a mild case.
Gaboo. They helped him to hold on.
I'm so proud of you, Gaboo.
I couldn't have done it without you, Alize. Can you help the others too? Cure them, heal them, help them?
Yes, we can. All of them.
Without wishing to dampen the mood, I feel compelled to add certain caveats regarding the viability of the treatment for general use. As you know, reversing the effects of tempering demands a profuse amount of ether. And while Alize was able to heal Gaboo alone, I fear the same will not be true for those who exhibit more advanced symptoms. Moreover, the treatment's effects are limited to the soul. It offers no succor to those whose very flesh has been altered through prolonged exposure to a primal's influence. All of which is to say that we cannot save everyone.
But still...
Maybe we can't, or maybe we can. No one gave us a hope of saving Gabu, and yet here we are. We must find a way to treat as many as possible.
Then, the next logical step would be to produce a veritable army of Porkses, would it not? Granted, it seemed a simple enough process in the first, but I suspect it will be different here in the source. Not that I am any authority, of course.
Yet there is an authority on familiars to whom we may grudgingly turn. She's stubborn, haughty, eccentric, irascible, laconic, annoying. And her name is Master Matoya, the real one.
I have to go now, Gabu, but the people here will look after you, all right? And I promise to come and visit you again soon.
All right. Thank you, Alize. Thank you.
It just doesn't fit him. That voice is not... It doesn't fit him. A trace of worried smile is visible on Shtola's lips. As she'll be at planes to remind me I have not paid Master Matoya a visit since returning from the first, but this seems to be as good a time as any. Come, let us make for her cave. I still don't get why put a crystal in the place before Idleshire, where we need to go, because that's still a long way to travel. You know what? Not fun. No, not fun either. No. Yes? Alright, so I'm actually curious how much more do I have? A post Shadowbringer main scenario, like master like people. We have actually very little, so I think we'll be able to complete the Shadowbringers today. That's exciting. I take it you're ready to bear witness to the joyous reunion of Master and people. Very well.
Nary a word from you all this time, then you bring every man and his pirogo with you. Did no one teach you any manners, girl?
They were too busy teaching me etherology, Master. Jesting aside, I wanted to be the one to express our gratitude. I am told you spared no effort to sustain our bodies while we were away. And for that, we owe you our lives. Thank you.
You were gone so long. I was starting to think you'd set your heart on staying.
It wasn't easy to leave, as it happens. Seldom does one have the opportunity to study other worlds, and I would not have minded extending my stay by a handful of years.
Ever the scholar. Y'shtola dedicated herself to studying ancient civilizations of the First, befriending a tribe known as the Knights Blessed in the process. There she took on the name of Matoya and won the respect of all the children of
the forest. He should not have said that, maybe?
I merely adopted an alias in accordance with the custom of my hosts. Yours just happened to be the first name that came to mind.
You mean to tell me you went gallivanting about using my name and only bother to visit when you need a favor? And don't pretend you don't. I taught you long enough.
You fucked up, Alfie.
Indeed. And devoted pupil that I am, I could not fail to recall my master's sage advice. When the answer eludes you, look to the wisdom of your elders.
You there. Were you going to introduce yourself?
How remiss of me. Grahatia is my name, and I am proud to call myself a scion. I too wish to offer my gratitude for your invaluable aid in sustaining the Archon's bodies, as well as my apologies. It was my inexpert summoning spell which endangered their lives in the first place.
Ah, yes. The one bent on digging up the mysteries of Alag. Old Galaf used to speak of you, and Kryles told me all about your recent exploits. Do you have a bad back or something? At ease, boy. Whatever mess you've made, I'm not in the habit of dwelling on the failings of the younger generation.
You are too kind. I've also heard much and more about you, Master Matoya. 'Tis an honor to finally make your acquaintance.
Well, that's more than enough pleasantries for anyone. Tell me what you want. I haven't got all day.
Master Matoya is legit a plot device, like, we don't know the answer? Well, let's talk to a Master Matoya. Might as well. Yeah, we need to copy that, like, as much as we can.
So that's the way of it. It should be a simple enough matter to make the familiar. The magic, on the other hand.
Ah, that you may leave to me. Being the only one possessed of royal blood, I alone can imbue the subject with the necessary magic.
So I just need to create proxies with the power to stir the soul. Just, I say. Though we're talking about a veritable herd of the little buggers, we'd collapse before we reached double figures. But if I could get a familiar to create the familiars, a mother proxy, as it were.
We're gonna get the king bee.
Seems I haven't seen the last of that moldy old hole after all.
Is that... Should you choose to undertake this quest, you will receive no guidance from the journal duty list. You will need to read text carefully and decipher the clues to determine... What? Straightforward task. I'm interested. I will forget about Num on 6 Edge Wong Swisheroo. But if you are to desire my knowledge, you must first grant me my heart desire. Nothing fancies more me than ether. Streams of it go round and round the work like a great tangle of ribbons. When watch rise such a stream, there will... well, where will one end? I often engage in such musings. But even as I muse, I frighten myself silly. For instance, what if I were to arrive at my destination only to find out that there is no dust to sweep? Can you imagine the worst fate? Of course you can't, you are not a broom, but I am, and I require a safety measure, something that will point the way home no matter where I find myself. A signpost for ethereal travel, as it were, sparkly, glowy, angrily. Such signposts used to be commonplace in Charlene. If you can find one and bring it to me, I will share my knowledge with you. Actually, I might prepare as well. Oh. I'll do it later. Let's stop on the time. Alright, off to my old workshop then. Everything required make your familiars there. That may be, but no one has set foot in there since the Exodus. I dread to imagine what has become of it. Oh, there's sure to be a handful of feral familiars that may happen monster or two, but nothing to trouble the likes of you. You can consider cleaning up the place payment for my help. Fine, we'll do it. Good girl. No, if there are no other objections, I suggest you run along to the market's quarter. I'll send one of my progress ahead to let you into the workshop. You need only to tell him who you are. One cannot be too careful after all. Off you go. No. That's not... yeah. I still have to do all the Alexander, all the... I still want to try to do Necromancer of the Heavens on High. I still want to do Eden. I still want to do other Savage Raids. Yeah. The concept of Alexander is so good, though. All right. Greetings, Ribbit. Welcome to my god mistress relic. Puro Progo is my name, and I'm honored to be your guide. Within you'll find a space dedicated for making familiars, along with a cavern within the required ingredients may be held. I must warn you though, however, that the place was not played host to a single soul, much less a broom in over 15 years, and I regret, be in some disarray. But rest assured, my brothers and I shall see that you do not lose your way. Now then, say one word and I will show you in. Matoya's relic. Let's go. I want to try.
I stand ever ready.
Yeah, I want to do that. They might have something interesting to tell.
Right. To begin with, I need you to gather a few ingredients. Listen well to what the Porogos say, or you'll wish you had.
Okay. First things first, we need to harvest some clay. The clay can be held at the clay could throw this portal if you would. The facility itself still seems to be in good shape. Please follow me and put down any pests that bar the way. I don't think I can pull more than that because my allies do not use AoE, so I think that's a little bit too loud. Maybe that's better. At least their single target damage is good enough. By the way, who's Graha to you? Oh, Black Mage, right? Is... Oh, that's Alphin's Carbuncle. I forgot. I honestly did forget. Yeah, that's not what I wanted to do. It's alright. Do we get the party buff though? I'm actually interested. We do. Oh. Hey, Spriggans. No, I really should have waited for Requiesca. It's just, I honestly wish so hard that they would AoE. Like, why not at this point? I did not imagine the place would be so infested with it. Holy. That's the big rock did you find there? It's slightly painful, must admit. But I heard they're getting them better. But you will need to deal with the madman first, Ribbit. Okay, I cannot even go there. Alright. Hey there, bud. Yeah, I will do that. It is not okay. Oh, that's a. Wait, do I? I think that's how you're supposed to do that. Maybe if you don't drain them, they'll just put more and more and more. And eventually it will like be too much to dodge.
Valiant, protect me!
I'll have enough
Leave
time.
the healing to me.
Okay. I assume do not throw the balls at the enemies, maybe? Yeah, that seems to be the case. That was a big OE. Sure. Let's see. Oops. I might as well move it, like. I'm sounding just to see what happens if we put it in the wrong hole, but...
Let's give them a show!
Alright. Show you. Yeah, sure. Let's get to. Let's get. That's just a dump of clay. Okay, I will try to do double pull. Let's see how that works. Yeah, that does work like I thought it will. So let's see if I can do the double pull. Alfie's doing it. It's a bit a shame that I have to kill them pretty much. Yeah, maybe I will not use trust so much. It's really cool that they use their abilities like always. And, it's cool that they have something to comment. I'll try to double pull as well. Something just has to spawn. Yep. Although that's not more. You motherfucker. You little assholes. Come to me.
Focus. Release!
Thank God that Confit here is in AoE. Alright, that's actually doing surprisingly good. I mean, the thing is, I wonder why it's hard to program the AoE, like bots to use AoEs. Because it don't should be that hard. Like something like a rule: if your AoE spell can hit 2 or more people, or like 3 or more at least, then use it, kind of deal. I guess our single target damage is good enough. That, whatever that is, it's good. What in the world is that thing? Wings of flesh and bone to pierce. Yikes, okay. Oh, that's a lot of damage. Shower power. Alright.
Allow me.
What the fuck just happened? The Gragatia just killed them all. I want to get hit.
Stubborn. Leave the healing.
Flash smash. That is a tank bastard, but like it can also affect everyone else if they don't move away, which is interesting. Oh wait.
Stubborn.
Yeah, I can definitely hurt them. It's alright, I give up. You win, you win. Last but not least, we need the fire up the clean. All proceeding happy so far. Holy sh! Wow. That is actually really cool. What's the button? Oh yeah, this one. That does look really cool though. What? The rivet? I have to heal myself. Alright, that's rude. I do not want to move. I missed my wreck. Fucking hell. Not to wreck my configure. I don't have buff, then fucking we're going for wreck. Because no matter what, my AoE magic is way stronger than anything else I have. That's 215, that's 220. And that's only 25% damage buff. Wreck is 50% damage up. Like, that's not even a comparison. These guys are weed. I'm doing the main damage to them. I don't want to do the main damage to them. I don't have the gear to do that. I'll just focus one. Like, at this point it's not... Maybe with the Requiesca AoE, maybe? Because it's 100 potency, but at least it's AoE. And Confiteor especially. It's 800 potency AoE to 1. I mean, it's 100 potency damage, and it provides the AoE potency as well. Oh, that's not the final boss? Interesting. I was hoping for sure that it was a final bad. Alright. Let's go, Ribbit. What a fiery battle that was. I don't mean the magma. Your devastation awaits our destination. That takes... Oh. That was the boss fight? Right. Interesting. Interesting. Alright, it's time to make ourselves a proxy. Proxy.
Right then. Let's get this over with.
It's a king. Proxy.
Newborns are wont to be difficult. Sure, who's in charge?
Porcine, Porcelian, Mother Proxy. Ah, yes. Regal raiment, really? That music does not fit, but no, that's AoE, okay. Good to know, good to know. I'm fucking your wee bitch. No! My confiture! Can I not? Alright, wow. I will tank that. Yep, the tank bastard. Apparent. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's really cool. That's honestly really cool. That's a tank buster, so just in case. Do not leave, please.
Stubborn.
What would happen if I press Limit Break instead of Alice? Will she say something? No. Oh.
There we are, quite tame.
Then all that remains is for me to imbue her with the magic. My friends, I'm afraid I must trouble you for your ether once more.
Let me help as well. I have a lot of ether. A stupid amount of ether. Why am I not helping?
That should suffice.
Good. Let's set her to work then, shall we? I want to see some porkses. Assuming that is, someone can spare the requisite energy. A mere drop in the ocean for the great sorceress Matoya, I dare say.
Give birth, give birth. I mean, I can help as well.
Excellent. Our very own litter of Angelos. And we can make as many more as we want, simply by providing the Mother Porksy with additional ether.
I will require a moment before I try again.
It's still hard work, but a damn sight more efficient than making them one by one. Thank you, Master Matoya. Everyone, we're a step closer to our goal.
Distributed amongst the allied nations, they should do much to facilitate closer dialogue with the beast tribes. And given their present travails, I believe our friends in Limsa Laminsa should be the first beneficiaries.
Agreed. Though I must leave this errand to you. I doubt my legs will carry me out of the cave, much less to Vilbrand. Thank you for taking the lead in gathering the ingredients. I expect you would benefit from a rest too.
Give me a second. I need to do something really quick. Give me a second. Okay. After this quest, I'm gonna take a rest until evening. because I have to do some stuff.
In addition to the Porkses, I trust you've gained an inkling of how much effort goes into the creation of familiars. Or mayhap you attribute your struggles to old age?
If I said yes, would it persuade you to treat me like an adult?
Not with that pertness, it wouldn't. Anyway, assuming you have no other favors to ask, I shall be leaving.
Where is that Porksy gonna leave? Alright. Lest you wonder, Master Matoya has returned to her cave with the Stola, huh? Hmm? They seem our peas in the pod, are they not? Well then, my friends, let's return to Lim Slaminsa and deliver the good news to Admiral. A word to the officer in Bulwark Hall should be sufficient to secure us an audience. So, for now guys, I'm gonna take a leave. I need to do some things to eat, to go for a walk real fast. And then, I think I'll be streaming again today. I mean, I have plenty of time, so we'll do just that. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. See you later.